Hi guys. So I'm gonna do something a little different today. First of all, I want to just say how, this is the first time I wore my natural hair on the channel, and I just wanted to show, natural black girl hair. So, I'm rocking a little afro today in the video because I feel like I never wore my natural hair in videos, and I kept wearing weave for about a month, and I was just like, ugh, I need my natural hair back. So yeah, this is what I've basically been doing. So if you don't know this about me, I dyed my hair in September. Was it August? The last week of August 2019. And that's like almost 2 years ago now, but I dyed my hair and then it got damaged for a year, and then it's finally back, guys. It's finally natural, it's finally curly, and it's not even all the way back to what it was. So it's like, this is now, Monique's black hair, and I'm craving my hair to be colored again. I'm craving the color. I'm craving everything about it. So yeah, I just wanted to show y'all a little bit of my natural hair. So if y'all like it, y'all like it. So just let me know in the comments. But saying that, like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned because I'm dropping more videos. Like I already said it before, but I just want to let y'all know again. I'm going to drop better content, more content, and I want to drop some things. Like, some things are coming soon. So I know I didn't drop the get to know you video, and I was debating between the get to know you video and this video that I did today. So I was debating the get to know you, or should I do this video, which is, I didn't really put a topic name on this one. It's really just like, I feel like it's not just a Gen Z thing. I don't want to put it on just our generation of people, but I'm just saying like a teenager thing. Like, I feel like teenagers feel like they have to, social media plays a big part into it, but they feel like they have to, like, oh, if a lot of people they're getting their license, why can't I get my license right now? Like, it's basically like a social media peer pressure, or like it's like a pull to evolve quickly, or like evolve at other people's pace. And it's like, that's the topic I feel like, I just feel like I never heard people talk about, and it's so important because it's happening so much, especially when you're in high school. You see people driving cars, you see people doing this, and you just feel like, I feel like a lot of people feel the need to, oh, I should be doing this too. And it's just like, it's not even like that. Like, it's, so I feel like that's the topic I'm gonna get into today, because I never heard anybody talk about the topic, and it's important, and it just needs to be talked about. So I'm gonna definitely get down to the nitty gritty. I think this is my first video where I actually talk everything through, and I actually tell y'all just my opinion on things, just have a conversation with y'all, and basically just tell y'all about life issues, anything that's going on. So if there's any topics that y'all would like me to talk about and have my opinion on, I will talk about that with y'all. But the only thing that I wouldn't talk about is things that I haven't experienced to the fullest. I don't think I can fully give my experience on things that I haven't fully experienced. But otherwise from that, I want to talk about all the world issues, all life issues, all things that I have had a glimpse of or I've seen within my lifespan. So I also do want to talk about those things with y'all, and I'm just really excited to get into this topic today because it's like, it's been on my mind. Like, it was just like things that I've been seeing lately, and it's just something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while. But then it's just like, now being in college and then seeing, peer pressure playing into college. Maybe you can call this a peer pressure, or a pressure to evolve quickly for young people. So this is a video that I feel like is going to be important, and I haven't had this video. I haven't had any talk, so this is going to be my first talk, and I'm excited. So let's get into it. Okay, so I feel like this whole topic, the main thing is like that sometimes it could be like teens are rushing life, like, and then I'll see, like, for example, like, I'll see teens, and then it'll be like, their friend has a car or whatever, And then they'll feel like some type of way about not having a car. Like, I need to get me a car. I need to get me a car. And it's just like, when something's not your timing and it's not meant for you at that certain point in time, like, it's just like, don't look at somebody else's blessings and be like, okay, this is what I need to do also. And I feel like people be feeling down about it, and they just be like, I just be like, don't think that somebody else and what they're doing, you can glance at it and be like, okay, this is a goal of mine. This is what I want to accomplish. But don't be like, oh, I need to get that now. I need to get that now. Everything will come in the timing. Doesn't mean that you shouldn't try to get it, or you shouldn't but just try to achieve it at your pace and not anybody else's pace. You know what I mean? So, like, that's the main thing. Try to achieve everything at your pace, not somebody else's pace, because everybody's different. Everybody experiences things different, and everybody's life is different. Something that may happen for one person is not going to happen for the other in the same timeline. And it doesn't mean that you're not capable of doing it at that same timeline. It just means that it's not your time. You know what I mean? Like, it's not your time. And it's like, somebody might be in a different mental space than you, spiritual space, or financial space than you to achieve those goals. So it's like, so many things come into play, and it's like, oh, I don't have the money to get this right now. But it's just like, eventually it will come. It will come. Everything will come in due time. Take everything a day at a time. That's what I always say. It's just take everything at a day at a time. And it's just like, if something's not meant for you right now, then just keep working towards it and keep putting like steps into it every day. And then in due time, in your time, your timing, everything will turn out the way that it needs to turn out. So then another thing, which I want to make out a topic out of a topic, because this is already a topic, but I want to say, like, the main thing that I feel like contributes to this is like the whole college scenario. Like, when you get out of high school, what are you doing with your life? You know what I mean? And it's like, most people think, oh, you got to go to college. You got to go to college. That's what you need to do. And it's just like, I feel like it's becoming more known now that it's like, oh, college is not for everybody. College is not what everybody wants to do with their life. It's not what other people feel passionate doing. It's not what people feel like they need to do. So it's like, don't feel pressured into college if you feel like that's not for you, or you feel like that's not something that you like. Even if you take a year off after high school, do not feel bad about that, because it's like I said before, it's your timing. It's what you're doing in your time. Like, everybody's different. You might go straight to college, but you might take a year break. It's just like when you go from college, and then a lot of people take leap years after college just to get their brain right, and it might not be their timing. They might want to go to work before they go hop into business school, or they want to go hop into another school, law school, medical school. Like, they'll just want to take a break. You know what I mean? It's just your own timing. Like, yeah, you're like, oh, everybody's going to medical school, and I'm not going. I'm taking a break, and you might feel down about it. But it's like, it's not your timing. You will reach there in your own time, and it's like, it's better not rushing things and getting there in your time, and then achieving it at that, to the point where it's like, okay, yeah, like, my goals, I'm accomplishing them, then run on somebody else's time just because you think it's the right way, when it's really not. And it's like, a lot of people think that, oh, I didn't go to college, blah, blah, blah. And then a lot of people, it's been a stigma where it's like, people put you down for like not going to college, or like, oh, what is she doing with her life? But it's just like, some people, like, you don't have to go to college. Like, if that's not what you feel and see in your life, and that's not where your life is right now, because some people do want to go to school, and it's just not where your life is right now, or like, you just can't afford it because college is expensive, and then you just don't see that being your life for 4 years, because it does take up a lot of your time for those 4 years of your life, and your life is in a whole nother direction, and you had to grow up faster than, everybody's life is different. It's just like, don't run out other people's timing, because like I might be able to go to college because I don't have this and I don't have this, and I don't have to pay bills right now, and I might have support and I might have this, and other people do not have that. So it's like y'all don't have the same story. So it's like, don't try to match with other people's timeline. You know what I mean? Because it's like your own timeline and what you're doing and what's best for you. Because it's like, what other people's pace is, I promise you, if you go on other people's pace, it's never gonna equal yours. Because it's like, I feel like with the whole college thing, people think like, oh, let me just go to college. There's a lot of people that go to college not knowing what they want to do. And it's just like, that's okay, because they have, the undecided course now, which is like, okay. And that's something that's known in college now. I think they've had it for like, I'm not going to put a year on it, but I know they had it for a while now. The undecided courses, because a lot of people come into college not knowing what they're doing, what they want to do, but they come in like knowing, okay, I want to push myself for these goals. And yeah, they have the undecided course where it's like you don't know your major. And then there's people that they just don't want to go to college at all, and that's fine. And it's just like, there's people that just want to work automatically. Because if you think about college, and I've read so many things about it, because I'm a business major, which means I look into finances, economics. And I was in this class last semester, and they was talking about how like college is really like, I don't want to say a bargain, but it's low-key a bargain. Because it's like, you it's either you can put the work in college, or you can start working now. Like, you have to wait for the work to pay off after college. Sorry about that, but it's just like, like in college, you're gonna have to wait for your work to pay off. But it's like, if you go, some people might be like, I need this money now, and your life circumstances might fit that plan. That's what I'm saying. Like, some people can wait because they have the support, they have this, they have that, and some people don't have the support and they're still going through college, which I give cheers to. And it's just like, a lot of people, it depends on your plan. It's like, a lot of people weren't able to go to college when they wanted to. Let's go back later in life, there's no problem with that. You know what I mean? Sometimes life, there's life situations that lead you to not. Let me bring that up also, because there's a lot of like moms and dads and like just parents that go back to college, and I just like absolutely salute them. Because it's like, it's a goal for some people to go to college, and then it's just life at that moment when they were younger, they just were not able to go, or something had led to it, or just like, it wasn't their timing. So it's like, just them going back to college, that's like an amazing thing to me. I think it's so beautiful. And I just feel like anybody, you take a year off after high school, you're good. Like, that's your plan. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like everybody has a plan, and, follow your plan, not the plan that was placed out for us to go to college right after high school, because that might not fit with our life. Because the plan to go to college right after high school is just like a general plan. But it's just like, if that doesn't fit with your life circumstances right now, like you have to work all the time and you don't have time to be in class, then do what you have to do, and then take the steps to reach goals that you want to reach. You know what I mean? So that's one of the things that I wanted to touch on when it came to college, because I feel like that's one of the things that people like feel like, oh, this is what I got to do right now. If I don't do it right now, it's like everything is at a pace. Like, I feel like the pressure that, like, I feel like high school students even are like put in place is like, once you leave high school, it's like you have to figure out what you're doing with your life. That's true. But it's just like, you don't have to feel pressure to go to this direction, to go to that direction. Like, when you're in high school and you're in your senior and junior year, college starts getting pushed at you. Like, you're like, college is like everywhere. Like, school start sending you mail, and it's just like, it feels like pressure. It feels like pressure to do something. And it's just like, a lot of people have other options. Like, a lot of people work full time after high school. A lot of people do trade school. A lot of people go to college. And then there's just so many different things that people do. So it's like, if college doesn't fit into what you want to do, there's like so many different options. So that's just something I wanted to bring up to people. And it's just like, let it known that it's like, the pressure and everything that comes with being at others' pace, or like not being at your own in general. It's like just stop. Like that's one of my main advice. Like just do what's best for you in that time. Do what's like, stop rushing timing, like your timing. Focus on your timing, not anybody else's timing. Focus on you and your timing and what you're meant to do. So if you feel like, and college is expensive, so it's like you don't want to go to college knowing that you, I've heard about this so much, like people go to college and then they know that oh, this might not be for me and I really don't want to do this, but it's like the pressure of like going to college, you know, it might be by your parents, it might be by society, because society tells us, oh, we have to go to college after high school, or it might be from teachers, or just in general, like just do something, you know what I mean? Which I'm not gonna knock, like everybody needs to have like goals set for themselves, but it's just like, it's always a pressure to feel like you need to, you know, move, and like I just feel like, you know, it's always a pressure for somewhere, so it's like you need to move at your own pace, you know what I mean? So, and yeah, so I think like, even when it comes to like the apartment situations, I think there was a time, and it was like during COVID or something like that, I think I was seeing everybody like cars, apartments, everybody around my age, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And that's when I knew. I was like, I was just always thinking about this topic, and like how people feel like they need to get something. Oh, I see. Oh, she got, damn, she's my age and she already got an apartment. Like, damn, I need an apartment. Like, you know what I mean? But it's just like, y'all are not in the same circumstance. That person might need that apartment. They might like really need that apartment. And you're still living with your parents who you're cool with, like, you know, still support you. That person might need that apartment. So it's like, you trying to get an apartment, but you're not. Just save. Just stack your bread, you know, save until you actually need an apartment, or you're getting older to the point where it's like, okay, I can support myself. But it's like, if somebody else is supporting themselves, that has nothing to do with you supporting yourself. Do your own timing, you know what I mean? So yeah, there was just a point I was seeing that on Facebook during COVID, and I think it was like a year ago. I'm just like, whoa, like a lot of people like, and the thing about that is like Gen Z, which is like my generation, I feel like we're hustlers. Like we really do hustle. Like I feel like our generation just grew up so fast, maybe because it was like technology hit us right when we was like getting into the teenage, or like maybe it was because I don't know like what it was. Like I feel like technology hit us when we was getting into teenage. Depression became a huge thing because of technology. Bullying became a huge thing because of technology. And just the simple fact that I feel like issues for kids, which is a whole different topic, issues for kids started to get like when they were younger, they were going through real life issues. Like I was like, really, you be in high school and then you see kids going through they will be going through so much. Like you had to go to school every day and you'll be going through so much. Like, and I feel like that's what really made our generation hustlers. Like we really was going through things mentally, and like relationships and all of that, you know, everything that comes with it. I feel like I feel like Gen Z was just, there was something special about it. That's why I was like, when I was graduating, there's something special about Gen Z, my class. There was something special about it. So I'm like, we just hustlers. Like I see a lot of people out here getting apartments, getting cars, and I just be like, so proud of my generation. I feel like, you go guys, like, you know what I mean? But it's just like, you know, everything is on your own timing. Like when I was younger, I used to see 17-year-olds not even have their car yet, just now trying to get their permit or something like that. And our generation 16, they be on it. Like, you know what I mean? They already got their license or something like that. You know what I mean? Like they already be on it. So it was just like crazy. Like it's just like, we want something, we get it. So like that's what I'm gonna say about our generation, that I wanted to point out. And it's just like, I felt like this was such an important topic to talk about because of peer pressure and everything that comes with peer pressure into anything in general, and just peer pressure to do things that you don't even feel like you're ready to do. Like I feel like teenagers deal with a lot of peer pressure, whether it's college, whether it's like just pressure from their parents, like, you know, society, putting up with social media and what they should be on social media and how they should look on social media and how they should move on social media and things like that. Social media plays so much. Like, I feel like one thing I need to also tell like our generations, like sometimes you, like, I know, like, sometimes you just need to put down the phone sometimes. And low key, I feel like me, low key, a part of me was like forgetting that. Put down the phone sometimes. Like, I would have to tell myself, like, I just started reminding myself, put down the phone. Like, you don't realize that you're scrolling, you're seeing all these different people's life, you're seeing celebrities' life, and you're seeing your peers' life, and you're seeing social media will only show you a little pinch of people's life, and nobody is gonna be out here on social media showing you the bad parts of their life. You know, nobody's gonna be out here on social media showing you things that are going negatively in their life. They're only going to show you positive. So it's like you're only going to see people's positive and think, oh, this is what I should be doing, this is what I should be doing. But it's just like, that's not the full picture. Like, that's not the full picture of what's going on. Like, you know what I mean? A person might post this card, be like, oh my gosh, I'm so proud of myself. But it's just like, there's so much things that came behind that though. Like, oh, I was saving up for 2 years, blah 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 blah. Like, people just think things, social media can make you think that it's like things just came out the blue, or like, you know, it just make you feel down about not having things that other people have. And it's just like, you know, like, that's, everything should be on your time. And like, I keep saying that, but it's just like social media made us think it was okay to not have our own timing and like, you know, like just be on other people's timing. And it's just like, no, let's be on our own timing. And I just had to mention that in the pressure that came with being a teenager, because sometimes parents don't even realize, like, teenagers be going through it. Like, there's, you think like it's just high school and that's that, this is this and that's that. But no, high school comes with so much. Like, it's just so much pressure. It's so much like anxiety, seeing so many people every day, and then you have to, so much with friendships, relationships, trying to figure out life yourself, not to mention other life experiences that you're gonna go through with your family and just yourself, trying to find yourself. And it's just a lot that comes with the pressure of being a teenager. So it's like, yeah, once you see something and you're like, oh my gosh, I need to evolve at this pace, of course you're gonna fall into, okay, and start pushing yourself extra hard. But it's just like, I just needed to tell y'all to take the time to like be on your own timing and do things the way that you would feel is right for you. And that's really what I wanted to say. Like, I just love having topics like this, and more topics will be coming soon. But I'm going to try to get to know me out there, like, because I did not drop that for this video, but I mean, I did not drop that for this channel. But I'm so excited to talk about more topics with y'all. I thought this conversation was like really beautiful, and it even made me learn things, because I know like everybody has their downfalls. Like me, I might be in college, or I might be this and that, but for a long time I did not know what I wanted. I knew since I was younger, like, I want to do fashion, I want to do clothes. I knew that since I was younger, and I would just draw clothes out, I would do this and that, and then I would like literally, I think it was like I want to say my sophomore year, I went to go visit my dream school, which is FIDM in California, Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising, which is like my thing. I like business, fashion. That's one of my favorite things. So, mind you, they're in California. They came to Boston to visit, to like just talk with kids who wanted to go to the school. Sorry. I went to that thing, and it literally like like made me feel mad down, because it was like people that were there. I wasn't new at drawing, because I was drawing, but I wasn't like fashion, like, oh my gosh, this is my life, this is my life. And I feel like I learned a lot that day, because I went there and I knew this is my dream school, this is the school I wanted to go to. But it was like, I seen kids who who like literally like this was their dream school. Like I thought this was my dream school, but this was their dream school. Like they were planning this from 2 years old, dream school. Like I seen kids like that. So I was like, whoa, like I don't fit in. Like this is just not me. So when I went there, it really put me down about that. And I'm just like, this is why I tell y'all about other people's timing, because like I feel like that day it taught me a lot, because it was like, dang, like I really felt down about doing fashion. And then my friend would be like, Monique, you're good, you're good. You like, one of my close friends, she'll be like, Monique, you're good, you're good. Like, you know, you're still so good. I don't know why you stopped. And it was just like, it was a pressure to feel like I should be where other people were at. Or like, you know, oh, I didn't even mention this. Like when you get rejected from colleges, the peer pressure that is on kids. You know what I mean? That pressure and failing, it's crazy. But yeah, to get back to what I was saying, after that, I never really stepped back into fashion, but I always loved it. I always loved fashion, but I never really stepped back into it. And eventually, after my sophomore year, my junior year, I realized, like my middle of my junior year, I realized that, you know, I really enjoyed math, and I realized like, oh my gosh, I love the business part of fashion. And I really enjoy math. So it's like, let me take business. And it's like, I think one of my teachers told me too, she was like, if you're gonna be a fashion designer, expect to be a waitress. And I was like what? Like she told me that. She was like, if you're gonna be a fashion designer, expect to be a waitress, because it's most likely it's not gonna turn out the way you want it to. And I think that also was like, whoa, like, and it's just like, I understood where she was coming from, but to me, it was like, dang, like you knocking down my dreams a little bit. You know what I mean? But it was like the whole business part of it and everything that came into it. I fell in love with business, and I'm in business right now in college, and I absolutely enjoy it. And then shortly after that, I got into feminism, and I got into women empowerment and everything like that. And that became a passion of mine when I was in like my junior year, sophomore year of high school. That became a passion of mine. Like I realized like, oh, this is something that I like. This is something I enjoy. Like this is something that I actually want to change. Like I would see world issues and I'll be like, I want to change something. But this was something that always attracted my eye, just being a woman and just always having experiences like that, like where I felt like women weren't empowered, and I felt like I wasn't empowered as a woman, and I went through certain things because I was a woman. I felt like I needed to speak out for myself and also for the next generation of women. So that was something that was like, you know, a no-brainer. So now I'm majoring in women's studies too. So I'm doing business administration and women's studies. And then I decided my plan to add a little fashion in there was to, I'm gonna start my own business. You know, this is like my life goal. I'm gonna start my own business, and then I'm gonna start like I'm gonna do a whole fashion store. I still want to get into the whole fashion thing, but I never really wanted to be the one drawing, and I wanted to be a part of the designing process, but I didn't want to be the one like drawing, doing the hands-on. I always wanted to be the one that watched over everything and the one that was really involved in the big conversations and just the business part of it. So that was something that I was interested in. So that's just an experience of mine that really tells y'all, just work on your own timing. Don't let anybody else try to shape your timing, shape your pace. Do what's best for you. And that's really one of the best advice I could ever give y'all, because I really learned that, and I'm only 19 years old, and I learned that at a young age, but I see it a lot in our generation. So that's something I wanted to talk about to my Gen Zs, and I also wanted to talk about to my younger generation. So thank you guys for listening. As always, like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you for watching Life is